Live work is the closest thing we can do to simulate a game-like scenario to you, right? And so I put a premium on that, right? How they play, how they respond, how they produce in that moment, I think is the closest indicator we can give them to what they're going to do on game day. Freshmen win jobs, they win responsibilities, they win playing time through fall camp, and then some guys, right, they continue to maybe be on a path that they're not ready to go the first game, but as we go through the season, right, they're going to be ready to do more and more as we go. Jeremiah Beeman was a great example of that last year. He really didn't play for us at all at the beginning of the season, and then in the bowl game he had a significant role for us. So you just try to keep those guys pushing one day at a time, and you can't hold them to the same standard that you would, maybe Deontay Lawson or Tim Keenan.
What are the challenges of scouting an opponent like Florida State when there's so much new coaching staff and roster-wise?
Yeah, when you have a team, when you're preparing for an offensive coordinator that just took over a job, maybe a new quarterback, some new personnel things, you try to gather a whole picture, right? What did the quarterback do at his previous institution, right? And how was he used maybe under this staff or that staff, or, I've known Gus since I was in the 8th grade. I mean, I played for him, and his the evolution of his offense and the things that he's done. What might he do based off of this personnel? And so, when you're looking at all those things, right, you're trying to kind of gauge what you anticipate they're going to be. And then at the same time, that you've got to have answers if they kind of go down this pathway or they go down that pathway. And so, naturally, you're going to carry a pretty heavy catalog of defense, going into a game.